from the News Channel 5 network. This is Score on Business.
Hey, welcome to Score on Business. I'm Pete Hendricks, a serial entrepreneur, and your host for today. SCORE is an organization that is focused on the success of entrepreneurs and small businesses. Interestingly, earlier this week I was reading the Wall Street Journal, and the head of the U.S. Small Business Administration is saying that counseling is often more valuable than a small business loan. And her point with that is that a lot of times small businesses get in a tight spot and want to borrow money to try and get out of it, when the reality is what they need to do is get some help from somebody that can help them figure out what the problem is and how to solve it. And SCORE is a great resource for that. So check us out at scorenashville.org. Now, let's get to it here. Our first guest today is Alex Berta, and he's with Network Solutions Group. Network Solutions Group provides end-to-end business technology solutions and support that empower clients to reach their goals. They emphasize providing exceptional client satisfaction every day for small, medium, and enterprise-sized businesses throughout the Nashville area. Okay, Alex, tell us about your background.
So I've been using computers ever since I was a little kid. Before I could walk, I was using them. Around the time I was about 15 years old, I really got into computer hacking.
And Alex, I'm sorry, I talked about NSG, but not you. Alex, you're a cybersecurity expert.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yes. So with NSG, I handle all of our cybersecurity policies, procedures, new threats that are coming out, stuff.
And tell us about your background and why that makes you.
So my background is I've been hacking. I'm a professional hacker since I was 15 years old. Wrote code. I've done the whole malware development, Trojan development, and everything. So I know what the bad guys are looking for. I know how they operate. I know where the information is going. After a data breach, and I normally can pinpoint who's buying the information or who's picking it up and what it's being used for. So, with that type of background, I'm able to help companies, realize, these are active threats that are out there, and, this is what's going to happen, when that day does come that the breach happens.
Right. And just to clarify, my understanding is you were a benign hacker. It was more about the challenge of doing it and figuring it out. You were not doing bad stuff.
It was more about the puzzle, It's like I wanted to know how it worked. It's like I have this program that I designed from an idea and I could make it work, and I wanted to push that to its limits.
Right.
And that's what I did, for almost 15 years.
Well, so, it used to be that if a small business or a medium-sized business had virus protection software and an internet firewall or a hard firewall, they were good to go. And that's not the case anymore. What's happened?
So about 10 years ago, that could definitely help you out, having antivirus, because there wasn't as many threats. Today, there's over 70,000 threats a day. Those are new threats, that's not recurring. So there's more threats than there are security researchers. So as time goes on with these threats, it may take them a month or two to catch up to today.
Right.
And then, 6 months down the road to catch up to tomorrow.
Yeah.
And as time is going on, we're seeing new threats as ransomware, which holds your files hostage. It's pretty much extortion.
It is extortion.
It is. We're going to hold your files hostage, and then we're going to demand money for them. And then if you pay it, we may release it back to you.
If we feel like it.
Yeah. And then we have malware, which is espionage. Malware pretty much sits on your network, and it can stay silent for a long time.
Right.
Eventually, you're going to do something on your network, and it's going to activate, and it's going to harvest that information, and it'll send it back to the attacker. And then we have Trojans.
Right.
Trojans are kind of the scary one out of them all. I mean, the other two are pretty scary, but the Trojan allows somebody to control your computer, look at your microphone, listen to your webcam, view your desktop. It's just like having that person sitting right next to you while you're on your computer.
Okay. Good. Well, with that, let's take a quick break. So we will be right back with you. And remember, check out scorenashville.org. Thanks.